Hey Lionheart folks, it's Lev. Welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new and use he and pronouns, I am filming this video just right after the first. I'm filming this video. Basically, it's a two-in-one. Like I filmed the other video, the previous video. I'm filming this video because it's sort of linked on the same topic, and I just feel like filming because I'm already on a roll. So why not? It's basically midnight. I should be sleeping because I have to wake up early, but I'm going to film a video anyway. In this video, that links to the last video, I want to talk about sort of how I take care of myself and sort of inspire you to sort of consider a few things and reflect on what you may be needing, what you may be missing, what tweaks you need to make to sort of better take care of yourself, your body, your mind. So yeah, that's what this video is about. Just me talk about how I take care of myself and inspire you to reflect on how you take care of yourself and yeah, see where things might need a bit of tweaking, fine-tuning. So I want to talk about physical health and mental health as well. So at the baseline, like physically, all humans need food, water. So I'm gonna start with water. I drink a lot of water. Like I start my day by drinking like 500 mils of water. That's literally how I start my day. By drinking like ample water, like 500 mils of water. Ideally warm water. I like drinking warm water in the morning as opposed to cold water. Drinking water basically right after I brush my teeth. I drink a shit ton of water because it helps wake me up because my throat gets dry and I feel thirsty in the morning from like 7-8 hours of not drinking any water overnight during sleep. So I feel awful if I don't drink water in the morning. How much water do you drink? Do you drink enough water? Do you drink? And the other thing is I drink water frequently, not just like once every like 3 hours or so. Like I need to drink a lot of water and I need to drink a lot of water. I need to drink water frequently. Like every half an hour so I need to drink water, or I try to drink water every half an hour. So 1 hour is like the most I would be able to go because I start feeling awful. My throat starts feeling really dry if I don't drink enough water and frequently. Food, diet. I could literally make a whole video about this. I might make a whole video about this, but just briefly touching on diet. What are you eating? What are you feeding your body? How much are you eating? What are you eating? How much are you eating? Is what you're eating making you feel awful, or is that making you feel good? Do you feel nourished after you eat? Do you eat and still feel like hungry and that your body and mind aren't actually nourished, that you're like lacking nutrients and vitamins and minerals from food? I forgot to preface this video by saying that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, and I'm not like a health professional. I am just speaking from my lived experiences and encouraging you to reflect on things. Yeah, because I want to link a video that I filmed a while back about sort of how IBS changed my diet. Long story short, I used to eat everything and anything and I didn't consider my health. I didn't consider how food made me feel. I didn't consider what was good for me, what I needed at certain points, like extra nourishment, avoiding junk food, how things affect my performance, how things affect how I feel mentally, being strategic with what I eat and when I eat it. I didn't really consider that. I didn't eat mindfully. It was just eat. I was actually overweight as a kid. Fast forward, I experienced IBS. I was on a low FODMAP diet. I had to cut out a lot of foods, including junk foods and things that I usually eat. My diet took a complete turn for the better. even though it's very tedious, stressful, cutting out a lot of foods, figuring out what I can eat, what is safe to eat, like a 4 or 5 year journey. So I'm sort of a veteran in my own experience of food. Yeah, and then now I see food and the way I approach food is a very different ball game. Yeah, for me, the definite is like I have to have fruit like every day. Otherwise, I feel like it's a routine. Like I feel uncomfortable. That's the best word. I feel uncomfortable and I feel settled if I don't eat fruit every day, like fresh fruit. It like I feel like something's lacking. I'm just like I need my like dose of fruit, and like I feel the same about vegetables, but for veggies not so much as fruit. And I also realized that I haven't been eating enough protein for like until like 2 3 months ago, where I started drinking protein powder and being more mindful of protein consumption. I realized I haven't been eating enough protein. I haven't been consuming enough protein. And it still annoys me that I think about this. Is like after my gender affirming top surgery, I didn't eat enough protein. I didn't eat enough protein in general, but especially after surgery, I didn't eat enough protein. So my muscles didn't really have any fuel to repair and rebuild and like stuff because I just had surgery. So now I'm being more mindful of protein as well. And I'm gonna stop talking about food right there because I can just talk about food specifically for like 40 minutes straight, and I might make a future video about that. Next thing is physical activity. I'm a very hyperactive person, and I have realized that if I don't move, I feel awful mentally and physically. Like I feel, this might sound weird, but I feel more tired and fatigued from not moving, as in sitting on the couch for hours on end, compared to if I was walking for hours on end, like not running or anything, just like loitering or walking around for hours on end. I feel more tired sitting still doing nothing than walking around for hours on end. Like I'm not even joking. That's how my body works. Like I have realized that now, is it works best through movement. It works best through not sitting still or being still in one spot for a prolonged period of time. I get energized from moving. I get de-energized from sitting still. My question to you would be, the reflective question would be, how often does your body need to move? Like this, you don't have to answer me. It's more like food for thought. Listen to your body is the most important point I can give about this, is listen to your body. If your body's sort of urging you to move because it needs that momentum and physical activity, then I highly recommend that you honor that. And moving and exercise doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, I have to go to a gym and work out, I have to go to the gym and run on a treadmill. Any sort of physical movement is good for the body. Even if you just walk around your house, that's still better than not moving at all. If that's what your body is sort of screaming at you for. If your body is telling you to slow down, or yeah, if it's been overworked, it needs to rest, you need to chill out, do nothing, then honor that. And I mentioned in the last video, I'm learning to listen to my body more and communicate with it better, and set boundaries, like more clear boundaries with my body and my health and my mental health. And that includes listening to my gut, listening to my subconscious, and listening to my body. Learning how to read my body and to listen to my body and action what it needs. The next things are like involve both physical and mental aspects, some more mental than physical. What are you doing with your time? Like, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing in your day? Do you feel good about it? Do you feel like you have a meaning? Do you feel like you have a purpose? Or do you just feel like you're just automated or living on autopilot, where you're waking up, being stuck in routine, nothing's different. You're just sort of going through the day without much thought, and then at the end you sleep and you wake up and you repeat the same thing. Like, how are you living your life? Because that also affects you mentally, spiritually, and physically, and your well-being overall. Like, what are you doing with your time? Are you in control of what you choose to do with your life, or is life and is your routine in control of what you do with your life? In the past, for me, I was very stuck in routine. Like, I still like routine, and I can very easily fall back into the trap of being stuck in routine, and I'm trying to break out of that one step at a time. Back then, I didn't have a balance. Back then, I was just focused on study, and then for like study periods and high school and uni, and then when I was working, just full on focus on work. Like, there was no balance in my life, and I just went through the days very much automated. I had a mission, I execute the mission, I go home, recharge, do it again without much thought about life outside of study, life outside of work, and doing things that bring me joy, that aren't so serious. I'm not saying I don't have fun. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy my life during uni or during work, but it was scarce. It was scarce, and it was significantly outweighed by just focusing on output, 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 output. Doing well at school, output is high grades. Work, work output, work output. It was just focused on output and not so much just exploring or living or experimenting. And also back then, back in high school, I was very compulsive. Like, I mean, compulsive in a way. I was very addicted to social media. Like, I was on Twitter a lot. I have like thousands of tweets, and I'm like, what? Thousands of tweets. I was very much, yeah, my head was stuck in that. And just mindless social media consumption. I don't do that anymore. I broke out of that, luckily. But yeah, like, take control of your life and don't let life or your routine take control of you. This is about health in general. Is how is your well-being? Are there like any issues or things that have been suppressed that haven't been taken care of? For example, you've been experiencing this unexplained toothache for 6 months, yet you haven't gone to the dentist. And in this context, I'm thinking about someone. I'm thinking about someone who has the means and access and the resources to. If you don't have the means and the resources and the access to, that's a different story. But in this specific example, it's someone who has the means and the access and the resources to go see a dentist. You have a dentist, you have a toothache, this unexplained toothache for 6 months, and you have been putting it off, and then it starts becoming something more sinister, and then just gets worse over time. That's an example of, like, are there things that you need to address health-wise? It could be some health condition, it could be changing your diet to improve your health, or it could be incorporating exercise, or it could be taking care of yourself in a different way as prescribed by your doctor or medical professional that's different from your routine, yet you are procrastinating on starting that specific treatment plan as prescribed by a doctor because you're scared of change, or you're just procrastinating, or whatever it might be, just putting it off in general, and it's just not helping you, even though you know that doing doing the thing the medical professionals say will help you, even though you might know that you're putting it off and it's just torturing you. Basically, is anything health-wise that you're putting off, or something that you have a feeling that is going on but you're not really listening to your body? You're just like, yeah, I don't think there's anything. I had a bad habit of doing that. I experienced something, being like, yeah, it's not that bad, I can tolerate it. Yeah, it's not that bad, it's fine, I'll just deal with it. Just having that sort of mentality towards something, because we might not want to burden people, we not want to annoy people, we might not want to be judged, etc. I understand that, because one specific example for me is during uni years when I was experiencing severe abdominal pain, which I found out was from IBS and food intolerance, and I didn't know that at the time. I was reluctant to get special consideration for uni assignments. With special consideration due to medical stuff, they basically give me an extension and give me extra time to do the assignment, as opposed to having to submit it on the day that most other students have to. Like, they give me more time to do my assignment. And even in the midst of like severe pain and sitting at my computer barely, and just like, it was absolute torture, I was like, my self-esteem was really bad, to the point where I'm just like, I'm not worth it. Like, it's not even that serious. Like, other people have much more serious things than me. I'm not like, it's special consideration isn't for me, because it's just pain, right? It's just severe abdominal pain. People have worse things than me. I don't deserve special consideration. So I was really reluctant to apply until I hit breaking point with my mental health. Then I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, you do need special consideration now, because you've left it, like, you've been stressing yourself out so much from the assignment and forcing yourself to do it when you basically not doing very well physically, because you're a stubborn asshole and you don't want to get special consideration. I'm talking to myself here. And I'm just like, well, that's bad. That's really bad. And the other example of me not really taking care of myself in the past is, I studied for exams while I was in hospital when I was like 17. I was inpatient hospital with my autoimmune condition. That's when the symptoms started manifesting. It was weird. My legs, there was wounds on my leg, there was red dots on my leg, it was bleeding. Blood kept coming out of my mouth, and I don't know where the hell that came from. I kept getting blood noses, and I was studying maths. I was studying for my maths exam while in hospital, inpatient hospital. That is the extent to which I did not take care of myself. It was really bad. It feels bad. I prioritized my grades more than, hey, I'm bleeding from 3 spots. This isn't normal. My mental health is really bad too. School should be not a priority right now. The priority should be looking after myself, so I can actually do well in school when I'm well, not... You get what I mean. It was really bad. So that's why I'm so big on now listening to my body, listening to my brain, because I have been on the other side of it and neglected myself for a lot of my life. And it is not good, and it does not end well, and it never ends well. And if I keep doing that, it reinforces that I'm not worthy of care, I'm not worthy of time, I'm not worthy of attention to myself, to look after myself, I'm not worthy of looking after myself. I deserve to be neglected for XYZ. I deserve to be neglected for the sake of grades. I deserve to neglect my health for the sake of output at work, etc, etc, etc. It can be so many different things. Like, yeah. The other things that are important for me in this, like, different domains are social. Like, am I in contact with my friends? Like, what are my friendships like? Are there any toxic people in my life that I need to cut out? Is there anyone in my life that I might need to start like making some distance between, because it's not been very healthy, or I don't really like the vibe between me and this person anymore, or this person hurt me in the past through some action and not willing to rectify things or try to make things better, whatever it may be. Like, where I'm in the middle here, like of this circle, I'm in the middle, and then what are the connections around me like? Do I need to chop up some connections because they're toxic? Do I need to try and build more connections because I'm lacking connection to other people or community, or people similar to me, or whatever it might be, or yeah, whatever sort of connections you're seeking? Like, do I need to start putting myself out there more and connecting with people more, in whatever way that means for you? Am I overwhelmed by the number of connections I have, and I just need to slow down and give myself time, alone time, to process things and reflect? It can be like, yeah, just asking yourself these questions, like, and giving and exploring the answers and acknowledging them, and giving yourself permission to take action, to not overload yourself, to take care of yourself. That's social. It could be, there's a lot of domains that I don't think, this is not an exhaustive list. The points I'm making in this video, like the list of things in life that can affect health and well-being, are like basically endless. Like, there's also noise pollution, or overwhelm from environment, or being in a specific physical environment that's not working for us, like our physical space, our physical environment outside of our living area, where we spend time throughout our days. There is so many things, like the air of the environment itself, or we might be overloaded from seeing so much chaos where we live, or there's so many things that affect our mental, physical, our well-being in general, affects how we function in general. And like, we might not even be aware of it. Like, the things we see, the things we're consuming on social media, it could be a lot of things. We might even subconsciously be overwhelmed by how many apps we have on our phone. I've come to realize that too. Like, back then I used to have like a lot of social media apps. Like, I had Twitter, I had Facebook, I had Discord, I had Instagram, and I was just trying to keep on top of all of those things. And I was just like, at one point it hit me, I'm like, why do I have so many? And what is my intention with keeping all of these? Like, if I had like a legit intention or reason to keep being on those certain sites, then I will be on those certain sites with specific reasons to do so and specific boundaries set. But otherwise, I just cut all of them out. I'm like, I don't really need to be on Discord. I don't really talk to anyone on Discord. I don't need to be on Instagram. I don't talk to anyone on Instagram. Do I enjoy scrolling on Instagram? Not really. Maybe after, like, every few months or so, I might be curious and just like log back in once to see. But other than that, I don't really keep it. I deactivate my account. I deactivated my Discord. It's like trying to minimize the amount of social medias I actually am active on. It's like, what am I using it for? Do I really need this? What am I actually using it for? Is there another way I can, say, talk to this person without having to use this social media or whatever it is? Like, trying to minimize it, so there's less I need to sort of keep on top of. And also, yeah, how I'm spending my time. The other thing I've been doing since 2018 is turning off all notifications on my phone except for calls and text messages. And text messages meaning like text messages to my phone number, not like Facebook messages or like email or anything. Like, I turn off all notifications on my phone, because that basically means I control when I want to check my notifications. I control when I want to check my messages. I control when I want to go on social media, and not my phone. I control when I want to go and respond to people, and not the app itself. And it's like I've been doing it for 5 years already, and it has been such a great thing. It's like I don't get distracted. I don't like say film a video and have like 10 different notifications pop up and be like, what is that, what is that? It's like I can go on and look and respond whenever I want, and not technology pestering me to respond and check this, check that, look at this, look at that. It's like turn it off for email, turn it off for all my apps except for phone calls and SMS. And the reason I have it on for my SMS is because I don't really message my friends on there, and I don't message my family on there. It's just like other things like, I don't know, government text messages or like my phone provider or something. Like other than that, no. Like, so the last little points, I'm trying to like, yeah, I can't go through everything in detail because I'm just gonna make like a 5-hour video. Are you decompressing? Sorry, how cluttered is your brain? Because that also affects mental health and physical health. Are you decluttering your brain? What is on your mind? Is there things that you can learn to let go of? Like, are you getting support for these things? How cluttered is your brain? Look, I had a point and it just disappeared because it's almost 12:30 a.m. and I think I'm drifting off. As in my brain's just like, left, go to sleep, come on, go to sleep. So I had another point, but I forgot. But I think I'm gonna end the video because this is my brain's way of telling me, hey, like stop now. It's telling me to decompress and declutter and like stop making videos for tonight. So yeah, if I have more ideas, I might make a future video doing like a part 2 or something. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I hope you got some sort of insight out of this, or I helped jog your memory, or like helped you consider a few things, reflect on a few things, because reflection is important. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, folks, and I will see you in the next video.